We are talking Idaho Champion today, call sign ITKO in the CSE, GLDRF on the OTCQB in the States. I've got with me now the CEO, Jonathan Buick. Jonathan, appreciate you taking the time here. Happy New Year. I know last year you had a little bit of a transition of the company. You took it from a gold company here, and now you're looking for critical metals in a couple of nice spots here, Idaho and Quebec. I know you're excited about 23, so lay out the season here for Idaho Champion.
Happy New Year, Rob, and to your viewers and the investor audience. Certainly, we went through a period last year, started a review about this time last year. We actually announced to the market a review of all of our assets. We had been putting out results from our gold drilling, and market didn't seem to really care. And with the 4 cobalt properties we had in Idaho, with Idaho being one of only 3 places in the world where cobalt's the primary metal, the other 2 being Morocco and Finland, realized that we needed to start to pay more attention and put more of our efforts, geologic efforts and financial spend around those properties. We had then announced a MOU with an Asian battery group, and in those conversations realized that maybe we need to go get more than cobalt. So in the fall, we acquired 2 lithium projects in Quebec. I learned a long time ago, the easiest place to find a mine is next to a mine. And we've got that in Idaho with Jervois, our next door neighbor. And certainly we did a field program there. And we have assays in the lab from 19 samples that were taken at Twin Peaks, which is a past producing mine that we control there. That's right beside Electro Battery Metals and just east of Jervois at one of their properties. But in Quebec, we've picked up ground and an acquisition that is adjacent to and just north of Patriot Battery Metals, who have had some of the best drill results in North America in the last 15, I'd say probably 15 years. Seeing their market cap go from sub 20 million to touch $1 billion to now sitting around 800 million. The market seems to be paying attention to them. Certainly as we move into that project, we've done an airborne helicopter, LiDAR and mag. Did some sampling with the geos out of that. So we've got lots of news to come. Assays from both properties in Quebec and Idaho in the lab. Not finished our acquisitions. And as we pivot, we'll be looking to do a rebrand of the company. So it's going to be a busy first quarter. And we think the market's going to have lots of reason to pay attention to us.
Yeah, you just laid out 2 opportunities there, and right next to fantastic neighbors. Is that the plan moving forward here? Are you going to be looking for these opportunities globally?
We want to stay North American in our approach for where the assets are. We have a core competency as a junior company in being able to raise money and deliver projects. As a board, I myself have been involved in transactions with 4 battery metals groups as an advisor. This would be obviously first time as a principal, but Paul Fornazari, who sits on our board, was a founder director of Lithium Americas. That touched $6 billion last year. Now it's about $3.5 billion. So a big win for his investors. And then once he left Lithium Americas board, was a founder and director for Neo Lithium, which a year ago this time was taken out by a Chinese battery group for $960 million. So 2 major wins there for investors. And then we have Patrick Highsmith, who's another director, American, former Newmont and BHP, and most recently with Fortescue, was the CEO of Lithium One back in 2011. I, as his advisor at that time with Harp Capital, which is my advisory firm, we raised a joint venture out of Korea with GS Caltex, LG, and and Crest for $15 million for 30%. And less than 2 years later, Galaxy out of Australia took them over for $120 million. So major transactions in the space. Lithium is a part of the DNA of our board level, but certainly we're building that. We're going to continue to interview candidates to expand our board within the electric battery metal space. But we think we're poised with the right projects in the right jurisdictions with the right people. So we think 2023 is going to be a monumental year for the company.
Yeah, certainly exciting over there, and I appreciate you giving the overview there. So North American company with fantastic neighbors here, critical metals in demand. Jonathan Buick, President, CEO, Idaho Champion here, ITKO, CSE, GLDRF, OTCQB in the States. Again, Jonathan, appreciate that update, and we'll look forward to checking back in to get that name change figured out and start doing some work here.
Well, we'll have lots of news before the name change. We'll be talking soon, Rob. Appreciate it.